Yeah, I'll react to that, sure. I'm sitting on an exercise ball. It helps with the core and posture. And I was trying to quote Dwight from The Better Office. I'm sorry, that probably hits home. Love you guys. How you doing? USA versus UK politics. Preemptive like, sure. Jake the Great. I'm always impressed when they're 9.1K. I was ecstatic when I was at 9.1. But to have a video at 9.1K subs that has almost 4 million views, I think is extremely impressive. Some of it could be luck, but some of it is not. I'm sure he knew what he was doing. All right, let's go.
Before he became president, on March 31st, 2008, the president said, and I quote,
I didn't receive a proper answer then. Maybe Dodgy Dave will answer it now.
Amendment 14, Section 1. All persons born or naturalized in the United States and subject...
Order. You could pay me $0 or just like pay me with a meal every day and a place to live, and I will take that job as Speaker of the House, or no, the Speaker of the House. What's his name? What's his job? Order.
On July the 1st, 2010,
John Boner.
the president said, and I quote,
So that businesses, universities, parents, and young people in Devon.
Look at the guy in the background here.
And the majority leader looked at me and said, there is no deal, there is no deal, there is no deal.
Order. Shouldn't be a collective groan. No, it's not. The honourable gentleman is good-humoured. But order!
Can I say something? So I should wait for the end, but I'm not. That almost fell off. Let me make sure I'm still in camera. Fine. By the way, I love politics. I'm very interested in politics. No expert. I feel like I'm an expert in nothing, but I like to think I know a little about a lot, but a lot, not a lot about. Anyways, I love politics. I love, it's fascinating to me. It should be fascinating to everyone. It is how we deal with governing society, and that's fascinating. How many times have I said that? But, and I'd like to go more into politic talk. I think I'd be good. I don't really have of course I have my biases like everyone else, but I think I'm malleable mentally in my beliefs, and I don't care what side you're on. I just like to talk about it. And it's funny how I like the stereotypical American versus Brit. You'd think that these would be switched. Like, you'd think it'd be the Americans just like, like screaming like, oh, boo, or like, oh, or whatever. And the Brits to be very like, but, and whether or not I think, of course this is boring and everything, but is there at least I can't speak English. Is there at least like a forum for political discussion and debate and whatnot where like you're not allowed to like, oh, or like boo, or like, not to say that doesn't happen in like certain things in the US, but when it comes to this, I think they should be able to talk, and I think the British way, although much more entertaining, and I love it, this is a bore fest, is that it tends to be like points are going to be seen as more valid by how many people are cheering or how loud, rather than like the substance of the point. I am not saying American politics is better than British politics. That's my thought.
On May 5th, 2010, the president said, and I quote,
We've got a new hand gesture from the Shadow Chancellor.
today's briefing in the papers, the hand gesture for the Shadow Chancellor
What's
should
his
be
name?
bye-bye.
Good one. What's his James Cameron.
Be bye-bye.
He is a
Sons and daughters, husbands
conservative.
and wives,
This guy was sleeping.
and wives.
Huh?
Mr. Robertson! Mr. Robertson! Calm yourself, man! The lion must get back in its den! Prime Minister!
Order.
There's plenty more. There's plenty more.
Not in a box, not with a fox. Not in a house, not with a mouse. I would not eat them here or there. I would not eat them anywhere. I would not eat green eggs and ham. I do not like them. Sam, I am. There is
I think politics, and again, I think I said I'm fascinated with politics, is I sort of see it as sports teams nowadays. And I've only been looking into politics past like half a decade. I'd say since like the 2016 election, the Trump-Clinton election. And I feel like it's turned into sports, you know, like a sports team. Like you wouldn't ask a Patriots fan, or maybe I should use a European football. Like it seems like you wouldn't ask a Tottenham, right? That's the team over there. A Tottenham fan if like their opinion on who are their rivals, Arsenal or something, like their opinion on the Arsenal team to give like a level or whatever, because they're going to be a bit biased or whatnot. And I think politics has turned into this way where in America, you know, you choose whether you're independent, Republican or Democrat, and then you just kind of get in this cycle of just defending whatever is in line with your party and going against anything that, you know, is going with the other party. And I think that's incredibly unhealthy. I know George Washington, in my opinion, the greatest president, he warned against, you know, a two-party, you know, political party, a two-party system. And let me know if I'm wrong. Maybe any Americans, let's be real, not 8% of my audience. That, what was I going to say? It seems like it's less about truth and whatever personal opinion you have on any policy, and it's more about, oh, I'm on this team. I'm on the Republican team or the Democratic team. I'm on the Labor team or the Tory conservative team. And I feel like it should be more like, rather than just agreeing with whatever party, just look at it forces people away from looking at individual decisions and deciding that for themselves, rather than just going along with whatever it is. And it's all about gotcha, like not about like truth seeking, but like it's all about gotchas. Like, oh, gotcha. I explained that terribly. I love politics, fascinated by it, and I would like to go into more videos about it. I've done a few, and yeah, let's do the next one. USA versus UK politics number 2.
With that, I'll start. You know, this was going to be my remarks. It would have taken about 2 minutes, but that would have been a little boring.
Ask the honourable gentleman what work is being done to make sure that this place is more accessible, particularly for some of our colleagues who have a disability.
That accent. Can I ask the honourable gentleman? I don't mean to offend. I just like to practice.
What work is being
done
to make sure that this place is more
accessible,
particularly for some of our colleagues.
Accessible, particularly for some of our colleagues
Who have a disability.
of disability.
I'm sorry.
It must be something to do with my Antipodean background. Could you please repeat the question, because I didn't follow it.
Antipodean. A person from Australia? So he's from Australia?
The reforms I'm proposing would not apply to those who are here illegal. It's not true.
They state, given that we're doing this refurbishment work, what can be done to make sure that those with a disability are able to move around more freely and the place is accessible?
Wasn't that just said?
I'm really sorry. Please, could you do it very slowly in Antipodean English? Thank you.
To their homes.
Oh.
So, very important is very important. Yeah, get him out of here. Yeah, get him out of here. Out.
I completely understand where it's nothing disorder.
I think that was one of the draws for people towards Trump, is that, like, American politics is always like, and finally someone's like, hey, this is pretty fun to watch.
I didn't require advice on order from you, Mr. Stewart. You're a master of disorder, man.
Diet, not diabetes. It's going to be very, very exciting. But we have to pass the bill so that you can find out what is in it.
Meeting with heads of government and leaders of European socialist parties.
I hear things about Jeremy Corbyn, and I like so he's the head of Labour. Like, how is he seen in Britain? Like, how do you guys, how powerful is he, and is he like majorly? I've heard him like compared to like Bernie Sanders, which I'm not saying I have a grudge against Bernie Sanders or anything, but I just this guy's name, Jeremy Corbyn, Mick Corbyn, and his face is so recognizable to me, and I just don't know a lot about him.
One of whom said to me, said to me, no. One of whom said to me, no.
What did they say?
No, what they said.
Snake oil salesman about a traffic study.
It's colorful, Brian. Colorful. Well, why don't you just get to the question and cut the commentary back a little? Can you get to it already? I'll answer. Nobody dropped the ball here.
Will you apologize for your
Would you
comment?
like a cup of tea?
Yeah, sure.
Keep going. Have a cup of tea.
Thank you. Do you regret? Do you
Would you
regret?
like a cup of tea?
Do you regret your comments? Do you regret your comments?
Go on, have a cup of tea.
Thank you very much.
There you go.
Not a day goes by that my
Again, guys, I'm not from the UK. This guy just seems funny to me. Boris Johnson. Again, I'm not from the UK, so I hope I'm not coming like my big opinion on your policies. I know polarizing, and I might be like throwing off some.
Go on, have a cup of tea.
Thank you very much.
There you go.
Not a day goes by that my mom is not lifting me up in prayer.
That's right.
For hours at a time.
And I feel very sorry for you, because I have nothing to say about this matter except offer you some tea. Because I have nothing to say about this matter except offer you some tea.
He's like, she's like, you move forward. I gotta say, for a 90-something-year-old woman, she seems incredibly with it. And why do the female species always tend to live longer than the male human species? I phrased that weird. Why do women always tend to live longer than men on average? It's curious. Is it because like they're lighter and basketball in England? Bernie.
Would they cough up 100? Would you? Would you?
100
would
quid?
You? I think they would. I think they would, the supine protoplasmic invertebrate jellies.
I'm Ted Cruz, and I approve this message. I'm Ted Cruz, and I approve this message. I'm Ted Cruz, and I approve this message. I'm Ted Cruz, and we approve this message. Okay, a little bit faster, though. That was good.
Also, like, what do you? I want to know, like, what you guys think of like, I was about to say Maria Theresa, Theresa May, right? Was she a good figure? This was the funniest. Watch the bad lip reading on this.
Well, almost a victory party in Islington doesn't. Well, almost a victory party.
Did he just cop a field?
In Islington doesn't.
To act in the national security interests of this country, to get back in the business of creating a more peaceful world. Please clap.
Order. Mr. Campbell Savers, I'm sick and tired of hearing you shout out from a...
Here.
Order. I want to hear that debate in silence. Prime Minister.
I'm Ted Cruz, and I approve this message. I'm Ted Cruz, and I approve this message. I'm Ted Cruz, and I approve this message.
Sorry, what? Yeah, funny, cool. Yeah, I like politics. I do. I know it's divisive, but I think I am not polarized that much in my politics. And I could be a good medium to talk. I think I could. That was funny. See you guys.